Get up, you son of a bitch. Cause Punch Drunk loves you.
This is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Shot himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho, aka El Café Bustelo, aka El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. Hey, God bless you all. Drama in the boxing community. Drama, I say. We're going to keep the same energy. Oh, yeah. I see a lot of people ain't keeping the same energy. I don't think a lot of people's keeping the shame energy in this boxing community. A lot of hypocrisy, a lot of contradiction, a lot of flip-flopping. And we're going to call it out. We're going to call it out because in the end of the day, ain't nothing new under the sun. Let me say it like this. There's a lot of people that create narratives and stuff like that. They create so much narrative that they forget about their own narrative. Because several years later, they saying the same. They trying to fight others and debunk others and dispute others for the same shit that they believed in several years ago. But we're going to call it out. Randy, República Dominicana. Randy, look at la música de Randy, Where is the music of Randy? Right here, my friend, for you, right here. Where is he? I say. What is he? I say. La música. Oh, your mommy, you looking good today. All right. Coño, a bailar, vamos. Ay, merengue. Ay, ripiao. All right. DJ Camilo Alex Sensation. Hey, paga para música. Turn it off right now, right? Let's talk about boxing. Randy in the building. What's good, man? Shout out to the members. NE Boxing. Man in the building. What's good, bro? What's good? Oh, we got some good topics. I did a couple of videos early on. But we got some good topics. You know what I'm saying? We got some good topics. Oh, let's see what we're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about, let's put the pictures up right quick. What we're going to be talking about. What are we going to talk about today? Smash that like button. If you was smashing your shorty last night, if you wasn't smashing nobody last night or early on the day for lunch, at least smash the like button so you can tell the homies, hey, yo, what you did? Yo, yeah, I'm smashing this. Yeah, I was smashing yesterday. What you smashing? The like button, Punch Drunk Boxing. Yeah, that's my only sex drive. Anyway, we're going to be talking about, hold on, boom. We're going to time in on this, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to time in on this. So you're going to tell me, you're going to tell us, Turkey I'll Shake, a.k.a. Aladdin, you're going to tell me that you try to sabotage David Benavidez versus Dimitri Bivol. You try to sabotage David Benavidez versus Dimitri Bivol because Dimitri Bivol was planning to go out there to the PBC and secure a deal with David Benavidez, not Baturbia. You trying to sabotage David Benavidez versus Dimitri Bivol, and then you basically paraphrasing to Dimitri Bivol. Look what Turkey Ashay said. You remember when Turkey Ashay said this? Hold on, let me find it. Let me find it. You remember? Y'all remember this? Y'all remember the quote? I'm no longer interested in Bivol and Benavidez. I would not bid on it. I think Bivol knows who has delivered for him and who has not. My advice to Bivol, don't be late because every day something changes, my friend. Y'all remember that? Bivol, do you remember who the fuck I am? I am Turkey Shake, motherfucker. Don't go to Al my friend. He's a ghost. I never met Al Heyman myself. Remember who gave you the money? Remember who gave you the opportunity? Remember that the WBC, Mauricio Surbander Pig, said that he would not sanction Russian fighters, and that my big money and my big cojones came to the sport of boxing and gave you the fight that you want? Don't you go over there. Don't disrespect. Don't disrespect. You remember? The Dimitri Bivol was basically behind the scenes was like, it's okay, I understand. I don't go over there. But the thing is, Turkey, I shake. If I don't go to fight David Benavidez, it's going to strip the belt from me. Everything I work hard. Everything I work hard, they're going to strip the belt from me, Turkey. Shut the fuck up. If it wasn't for me giving you the opportunity and the money, you wouldn't have that belt. Fuck them. Give up their belt. Throw that WBC in the trash. Remember they disrespect you. Remember they disrespect the Russians. Okay. But the reason why that fight, the potential fight with David Benavidez and Dimitri Bivol was sabotage, it was because it was for the trilogy. Remember? And I was doing a video. We talked about it live. I talked about it on other panels. And people were saying, oh, Punch, man, the trilogy is more important than David Benavidez and Bivol. Like, what is David Benavidez going to give Dimitri Bivol? Now we want the trilogy. We want the trilogy. Shut the F up. Look, I'm going to say it like this, man. Not every trilogy was a back-to-back trilogy. Sometimes they take fights in between. And in the light heavyweight division, you cannot tell me that you as a hardcore boxing fan, unbiased, logically and objectively, did not want to see or was interested to see Dimitri Bivol versus David Benavidez, La Bandera Roja, the Mexican monster, the Ecuadorian monster, the Dominican monster. You telling me you didn't want to see that? I know this community very, very well. I've been in this community for quite some time. I learned the narrative waves. I learned the divide. I learned the tribalism. I could see it's like going to the penitentiary. I see the blacks, I see the Latinos, I see the whites. I see it. I see the tribalism. I see the neutral people. And this community is like that. A lot of people in this community did not want to see the Dimitri Bivol versus David Benavidez for all the wrong reasons. To save their little narrative, so they could keep catering to this narrative. No, David Benavidez doesn't deserve that fight. Because it came from toxic, not the good ones, not the conservative Canelo Alvarez fans. Because Canelo Alvarez got some great fans, but there's in every fan base, there's this little bunch. The toxic ones. These guys, I'm talking about the toxic one, the guys that be like, David Benavidez is not Mexican. David Benavidez is not Mexican. David Benavidez doesn't deserve a Canelo Alvarez fight. David Benavidez doesn't deserve a Dimitri Bivol. I want to see the trilogy because you didn't want David Benavidez to get the fight with Dimitri Bivol and then have the potential to become undisputed and do something that Canelo Alvarez couldn't do in the light heavyweight division. That's why you didn't want to see the fight. And also, there's a community. Look, let's be real. Let's be honest. There's a community. The people that hate David Benavidez is Canelo Alvarez. Certain Canelo Alvarez fanboys. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Because David Benavidez is entertaining. David Benavidez is an enigma. David Benavidez is an entertaining fighter. I got power in both hands. He's an enigma when he throws punches and those combinations for his size. You know it and I know it. Come on, we got a boxing eye. We got a boxing eye. But you don't want David Benavidez to succeed even without Canelo Alvarez. So you didn't like the Dimitri Bivol and David Benavidez. You ain't gonna get the fight. No, I want to see the trilogy. Ladies and gentlemen, we saw 24 rounds of Dimitri Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev, and we can't still call a highlight reel. Like, you're cool. Cool. Not even Canelo Alvarez and Triple G got the trilogy right away. Dave Fernandez, que lo 20 pesos de Super Chari Chari Parque a comprar comida china mañana en the buffet. Me lo voy a comer todo. Punch. With turkey around boxing, it's going to get worse before it gets better. A beber agua. Pure calming right there. It's good. It's right. It's right. I bet. Hey, yo, Dave, for how long? I think I was one of the first ones. I think I was one of the first ones to truly hold Turkey Out Shake accountable in this community. A lot of people got their a lot of people in this community have their panties wet with Turkey Out Shake. Oh my God, Turkey is the savior. It's because of Turkey that boxing is alive. Turkey is everything to us. Turkey, Mr. Aladdin, I will lick your chancletas. I love your grandmother Mata. You're the best, Turkey. Give us all the fights that you desire. I was the first one to say, hey, yo, Turkey Ala Sheik. What is this thing that Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury? Esa vaina. What is that, my friend? I want the undisputed. What is these fights? Well, I didn't want to see no damn Canelo Alvarez versus William Scott. I didn't want to see I didn't want to see Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker. I wanted to see damn it AJ versus Deontay Wilder. What's up with this interim fights? I didn't want to see no damn Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero. And I didn't want to see no Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez. I wanted to see Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, the rematch. What's up with the interim? But I know this community very, very well, ladies and gentlemen. This community very, very well. You don't want to hold Turkey Out Shake accountable because there's been this narrative in this community. I'm talking about the YTBC. Let's be real, let's be honest. I'm not talking about that there's a narrative outside this community, but there's been a narrative that the more Turkey Out Shake does good things, because he does do good things in the sport of boxing. Shout out to Rockstar Boxing Knowledge Awards for the UK, London. Subscribe to my brother's Rockstar Boxing Knowledge. Right? There's this other side that when Turkey does good, y'all want to look at PBC Al Heyman. Look at Al Heyman. Look at Al Heyman. See, I noticed that the people that like Turkey Out Shake don't like Al Heyman. And there's some people that like Al Heyman don't like Turkey Out, because I like both. I like every entity. I respect every entity, because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for these powerful entities, there won't be no boxing. I like Bob Arum. I like Oscar De La Hoya, the golden one. I like Eddie Hearn. I like Turkey Out Shake. I like Jake Paul's Venerable Promotions. I like DAZN. Thank you, ESPN. You're gone. Showtime. You're gone. I like Al Hamon, PBC. I like Al Hamon. Not to the point that I'm going to name my child Al Heyman like Leo Santa Cruz, not like that. But I respect Al Hamon. But in this community, no. We have to play this narrative thing. You don't want to coexist. See, the thing is, in this community, there's people out there that that know what it is, but they don't want to coexist with who they believe is a hater. So, for example, you don't want to coexist with the people that you think hates Canelo Alvarez, but the people that hate Canelo Alvarez want to see the David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez fight. So you want to pretend like you don't want to see that fight because you don't want to coexist with the haters, DK. But at the end of the day, even sometimes your haters make sense. And sometimes your supporters don't. Get that? Sometimes your haters do make sense. And sometimes your supporters don't. Se pagó la luz. Se pagó la luz, I say. Now, we ain't gonna get Turkey Out Shake just killed 2 mega fights. October Turkey is gonna fighting Dean Nicholson. Who the hell is Dean Nicholson? ¿Quién es ese tigre? The only Nicholson I know is Jack Nicholson. Huh? Yes, I think that, yeah, he's old already. Who the hell is Dean Nicholson? I've never seen it in my life. And I'm a hardcore boxing fan. The way that we all feel about this news is the same way we felt about when we heard the name William Skull. We was like, who the yo, Canelo Alvarez, the IBF mandatory is William Skull. Yo, Punch, you know who's William Skull, man? Come on, I'm a boxing fan, of course. Who the fuck is William Skull? Yo, man. Yo, y'all heard of William Skull? Yo, Punch, do a video on William Skull, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know William Skull. Man, we was Googling like crazy, trying to find out who the fuck is William Skull. Let's be real, let's be honest. We was Googling like crazy. William Skull, yeah, he's in the IBF. And we was like Googling like crazy. Like, what the fuck? William Skull, who the fuck is this man? Hold on. Yeah, the Canelo, he will have to face William Scott. I mean, I think he's a William Scott. And then you start reading like, yo, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like William Scott, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's the IBF 10. You start reading wiki, and you'd be like, is a Cuban German professional boxer. He held the International Boxing Federation IBF super middleweight champion. Let's see his professional career score. Tuned in pro 2016-01. His first 22 fights, his career, stuff like that. And you'd be like, oh yeah. William Scott, yeah, he's a Cuban fighter. You never heard of him? Yeah, William Scott. He started his career debut in 2022. You know, he got some good skills. You know what I'm saying? Pretending like you know who William Skull is. Huh? The same thing about Dean Nicholson. I was doing the same shit. Trying to pretend like I know who Dean Nicholson is when I heard the news. Like, why is it? I was like, Dean Nicholson, man. Like, I want to see the David Benavidez fight with Dimitri Bivol. I mean, like, the Dean Nicholson. Who is that, my friend? Let's Google Dean Nicholson. Yo, Punch, you know who's Dean Nicholson? Of course. Right, Dean Nicholson. Yeah, I know who he is. Dean Nicholson, boxer, he's 22 wins. Yeah, I think he got one loss and stuff like that. I think I've seen his fight. You don't know who Dean Nicholson? I don't know who Dean Nicholson. Not even Papadillo know who Dean Nicholson. He made so many kids, he created so many humans, and he forgot about who the hell is Dean Nicholson. I thought Dio forgot about who Dean Nicholson. You think I want to see that fight? The reason why we didn't get Dimitri Bivol versus David Benavidez is because there was supposed to be a trilogy, and there ain't gonna be no trilogy. Why y'all ain't holding Turkey Al Sheikh accountable? Because you know and I know if this was Al Heyman, you guys will be doing videos after videos. Y'all be posting in the street like it was like a police brutality happening in your local streets. Y'all be you see what Al Heyman does in this part of boxing? Oh, but nah. But because it's Turkey Al Sheikh, y'all want to lick his open toes chancletas. Huh? Turkey Al Sheikh does nothing wrong. He don't do nothing wrong. Y'all don't want to hold him accountable because some of y'all media folks want to have the media credentials for Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. You see these media folks? Hey, yo, there's no such thing as media anymore in the sport of boxing. There's no more. They don't want to keep it real because they want to hold on because they feel like if they don't agree with Turkey Al Sheikh, that Turkey Al Sheikh is not going to give him media credentials. Have you heard anyone in the media, anyone even question like Turkey Al Sheikh? Like be like, nah, Turkey, I believe that's wrong. Ninguno. Nobody. They look at Turkey Al Sheikh like the second coming of Jesus Christ. They actually think that Turkey Al Sheikh is Muhammad. They think that Turkey Al Sheikh, if you disagree with Turkey Al Sheikh, he said, do you disagree with me? Do you disagree with me, motherfuckers? I dare you. You want to interview me? Do you want media credentials? Do you want it? I'm the new shot caller. I'm the new daddy in this shit. I'm the P. Diddy of boxing, motherfucker. I want to see that Terence Crawford, my chocolate thunder, come over here, chocolate thunder, hold my hand. Come over here, chocolate thunder, hold my fucking hand. They said, motherfucker, you got to fight Cinnamon Bun. That's the fight that I want to see, motherfuckers. Nah, man. The whole world of boxing. We want to see David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. No, we don't ask for that fight no more because Turkey Al Sheikh says Bud Crawford. You would watch it. You would watch what I like. You would watch my wet dream. My chocolate thunder, come right now. Hold my hand, chocolate thunder. I want you to go to the gym. For a whole year, I want you to get strong. I'm going to go to Victor Conte. I want you to get Hercules strong so you can beat the shit out of Cinnamon Bun. Canelo Alvarez. What we also going to be talking about? What also are we going to be talking about? In reference to this community and what we've been talking about, snackety snack, Victor Conte, PED's allegations, PED suspicious, PED questioning. In the end of the day, you know and I know, we in the sport of boxing, this is the hardcore boxing community. You know and I know that it don't matter how many years, it don't matter. Victor Conte is always going to come into question. Okay? Victor Conte is always going to come into question.
Victor Conte is unquestionably
the most prolific drugs cheat in
the history of athletics and possibly sport. So this is a guy that single-handedly attempted to ruin athletics
and ruin the careers and lives of many athletes that he convinced to dope.
But now he's a saviour and everything's fine. Doesn't really work like that. Doesn't really work like that. Doesn't really work like that. We need to get. I don't like his association with VADA. I think that's a terrible look.
As he said, association with VADA, I think that's a terrible look. As he said,
should people be suspicious of me? Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're the biggest cheater in the history of the fucking sports world.
You're the biggest cheater in the history of the fucking sports world.
And now because you can't make a living cheating anymore, you want to
flip the other side and start calling people out, pointing fingers.
I can't believe anybody even listens to this guy. Anybody even quotes this guy.
Victor Conte is a two-faced piece of shit.
Should people be suspicious of me? Absolutely.
All right, before we go on, shout out to Victor Conte. Victor Conte is having cancer. Have cancer. Hopefully he beats it. Prayers up. As a matter of fact, I did have it, even Victor Conte, to be honest. I'm not even playing around. This ain't no joke. This is serious. I don't joke around people's health like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm God-fearing. So I even prayed for the last two days. I did pray for Victor. I'm continue to pray for Victor Conte to beat cancer. All right. And at the end of the day, this is boxing. The suspicious is fair. The questioning is fair. Okay. That's all we saying. I don't think that but Crawford is dirty. I don't think that any snacker is dirty. I don't think that Bam Rodriguez is dirty. I don't think that Devaney is dirty. I don't think that Plan is dirty. I don't think that my brother Boo Boo is dirty. I don't think that nobody that's affiliated with Victor Conte is dirty. All I'm saying, and all I think that we've been saying, those who have echoed the same opinion, is saying that we have the right to question it because of the history. I'm not only a boxing fan, I'm a sports fanatic. One of my favorite sports, I love boxing ever since I was young. But another sport that was in my heart was baseball. And I know what happened to baseball because of Victor Conte. And a lot of people was coming over here and saying, yo, but Punch, he deserves a second chance. He deserves a second chance. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you this. Is Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame? Is Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame? Can anybody answer me that? You notice that Victor Conte has an open arm in the combat world, the most dangerous sports in the history of all sports, boxing. We welcome him in boxing. Fighters welcome him. They have yet welcomed Barry Bonds into the Hall of Fame, the greatest baseball player that ever walked the face of the earth. You know why? Because he's not getting his break. He's not getting his second chance because he was affiliated with Bout. So people don't come around here and tell me, oh, what about the second chances and stuff like that? And at the end of the day, second chances do not mean that you go right back into the place that you threw dirt in. That don't mean that. Second chances don't mean that. Second chances don't mean that, hey, yo, there's a teacher that was a pedophile and then he gets charged. He gets convicted. And then he does his time and come back out. And you think I want him to be my kid's elementary school teacher? You think I got a daughter, I got a little son, I got a little daughter in elementary. You think I want to see that potential pedophile that got charged and convicted and then comes back out? You want him or her to be in your son or your daughter's school? How about if they tell you the principal? How about you find out that the teacher of your elementary child, your young child in elementary school, that his or her teacher, your daughter, your son's teacher, was convicted of pedo in a school years ago, and you find out, you're gonna be like, well, I give him a second chance. Mentira, mentira, mi gente, mentira. Now, ladies and gentlemen, okay, I want to talk about this. Because we talking about the Victor Conte. I see some channels out there that's getting mad at the pound for pound #1 boxing content creator, Showbiz the adult, in which I call him, aka Showbiz the GOAT. Right? The reason why people are jealous, these channels are jealous, and people are jealous of Showbiz the adult, is because they want what he got. He earned the attraction. He earned the respect. He earned the fan base. And shout out to the loyal fan base. Shout out to the war room. Shout out to Showbiz the adult. Charismatic, personality, delivery, consistency, the way it should be. And the reason, I'm gonna say it like this, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I respect Showbiz the adult, and I respect him since day one. I think that I think he was a boxing content creator first, and I think that, you know, I think we was talking about Manny Pacquiao. We had like, I think I was talking about Manny Pacquiao. I think this is leading up to the Keith Thurman fight. And I think that he was also doing, you know, a boxing content creator was talking about a potential fight. And I used to get a lot of people and saying, yo, you should do a collab with Showbiz. And I didn't know who Showbiz was. So then when I was getting enough DMs, emails, and I was getting enough comments on I said, yo, who's this guy Showbiz? So I tried to do my research, who this Showbiz. And then when I seen Showbiz, I said, oh, I understand why people support him and listen to him. He has that good energy. You know what I'm saying? Great energy. I like that, bro. I'm a comedic person, so I like the energy, bro. Y'all know I bring energy as well, so I like that energy. So I say, yo, hit him up. I think it was on a Facebook, or I think it was a Twitter DM. I forgot. That was a long time. That was a while ago. You know what I'm saying? Let's collab, because these people keep saying that we could do something and stuff like that. It didn't come through fruition, but at the end of the day, that didn't stop me from supporting what I feel is needed in the sport of boxing and in this community, right? I never used to see people try to go at Showbiz the adult. You know why? Because in the come up, he probably don't have the ear of the powers that be in the sport of boxing, the networks, the promoters, right? But as soon as Showbiz capture those ears and respect, notoriety, you guys are threatened by Showbiz. And not only threatened by Showbiz, you guys wish that you have the ear, the respect, the loyal subscribers and followers, the numbers, the traffic like Showbiz. You know that when he's talking about, we all talk about, we don't like running in the sport of boxing, but Showbiz talked about it. Guess what? It hits the ear of Turkey Al Sheikh. It hits the ear of the fighter. It hits the thing. He has the influence. He has the influence. Mi hermano, que los 2 pesos de Super Chari Chari Pariquey. Mi hermano, God bless you. Que la bandera de México y República Dominicana con los 2 pesos a comprar Coca-Cola. Good looking out clip. So I'm saying, why people mad for Showbiz or people that echoes the same type of, you know, the similarity opinions in reference to questioning Terence Crawford bulkiness, Terence Crawford affiliation with Victor Conte. Yo, let me tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. Every channel was questioning snackers. Every channel was questioning snackers. Why we acting like we don't know who Victor Conte is. And I'm not saying, yo, Victor Conte, hopefully, you know, he is a great citizen. He's doing right. And I want that. But all I'm saying, and even Victor Conte himself, like you heard in that interview, he said, do you have the right to be suspicious of me? He said, absolutely. Why y'all mad? Why y'all acting like y'all mad? Because y'all are the ones that creating a narrative. Y'all the people that's mad at Showbiz, Punch Drunk, and others that echo the same sentiment. You guys are creating the narrative. Because the same people, let me tell you like this. Hold on, let me take this thing out of the way. And shout out to Showbiz the adult. If you haven't subscribed to Showbiz, subscribe to Showbiz. You guys ain't keeping the same energy. Every snacker has gotten the question, why are you with Victor Conte? Or do you feel like your legacy or you are tampered, your legacy will be tampered, or your victory will be tampered with the allegations of, or perception or suspicions or questions of you being on PEDs, undetected PEDs. Victor Conte said he could pass any test. This is all public records. This ain't no damn speculations. This ain't no damn speculations, ladies and gentlemen. This is all public records. Victor Conte is highly vocal and highly transparent. We're not saying, oh, yo, this is not a thing that we made up. We ain't the one that said, oh, yo, I believe that Victor Conte could circumvent a test. No, that's what Victor Conte said. It's not us that said that we are the ones that injected Shane Mosley. That's what Victor Conte said. We ain't say the one that, you know what, man, I think that he got charged and convicted of PEDs and the cream and Balco and all that bullshit. We ain't the one. That's all public records. You not questioning, you're the naive one. You not questioning or being suspicious, that don't make it wrong. You don't have to be suspicious. You don't have to question it, but you cannot be mad for the people that do. You can't. All you got to say is, you know what, man, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that we had to question Nonito Donaire, one of the legends of the game. It's unfortunate that we have to question one of the legends of the game and Andre Ward, Hall of Famer. It's unfortunate that we have to question the guys like Caleb Plant and Bam Rodriguez and Terence Crawford, a 4th Division World Champion, 2th Division Undisputed. Do you fucking think I would have questioned them? It's the reason why we don't want them to be affiliated, because it's unfair. It's unfortunate. We don't want these great fighters for their victory, the potential victory, like Terence Crawford has in September 13th. And if let's say he beats Canelo Alvarez, let's see that he does a wonderful job with Canelo Alvarez. Let's say, and I think that Canelo Alvarez is going to beat the crap out of Bud Crawford, but let's just say that Terence Crawford does similar to what he did to Earl the True Spence. What the hell you think people going to be thinking? And why? Why? So I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. It's unfortunate that if Terence Crawford does highly great, stagger Canelo Alvarez, put down Canelo Alvarez, beat Canelo Alvarez, well, the first thing that's going to pop in our minds is, damn, Canelo Alvarez ain't never got hurt like this. Canelo Alvarez never looked this vulnerable. God damn. I mean, he got hit with Triple G. He got hit with Kovalev. He got hit with Danny Jacobs. He got hit with, even before they ain't stunned Canelo Alvarez like that. He need to more realize, God damn, what the fuck is Terence Crawford on? That's the first thing we're going to be thinking about. Why? Because it's affiliation. Is it fair? Yes. It's unfortunate. Damn it. Yes. Snow. So you channels, or use the followers of these channels, stop being fake. Because every snacker has gotten the question, but not every fighter is in the magnitude of Terence Crawford. Not every fighter is in the magnitude of Andre Ward. Not every fighter is in the magnitude of Nonito Donaire. Not every fighter at the time was in the magnitude of 4th Division World Champion like a Mikey Garcia. So, of course, when you're up there, you're going to be questioned more. That doesn't mean when people say, oh, see, ain't nobody was saying nothing about Bam Rodriguez, but Bam Rodriguez now in the pound for pound list, and now people are like, damn, I don't even want to. You think I want to think that Bam Rodriguez is one of my favorite fighters? You think I'm happy about that? No. You think I was happy about I was been following Demise Andre since the amateurs? No, I don't want. If he would have beat David Benavidez, and I told them personally, and I've been telling y'all, I don't want that. If at the time, if Demise Andre would have beaten David Benavidez, what you think people's gonna say? And the reason why you see the thumbnail, let me put this, because people are trying to make this a race thing now. Always somebody got a race baited. Oh, you guys are just saying this about Terence Crawford because he's black. It's not because of that. Because any SNAC fighter, whether you Latino, Asian, or black, all of them have gotten questioned. Nonito Donaire is Asian. He has to answer some questions. He had to answer some questions. Andre Ward, black and white. Andre Ward is black and white. The white man and the black man had to answer some questions. Caleb Plant, the white man, had to answer some questions. The The Latino Mikey Garcia had to answer some questions. The black fighter has to answer. Devin Haney had to answer some questions. This ain't about race, ladies and gentlemen. So stop it. Any channel that insert race into this, those are low lives, bro. Those are low lives in this community. Because this ain't about race. This is about PEDs. This is about the history of Victor Conte. You just guys are getting butthurt because now the microscope is on Bud. But let's not forget that another guy like Mikey Garcia at one time moving up 2 division up to face Errol the True Spence. And he signed up to work with Victor Conte. And the world of boxing was timing in on Mikey Garcia. And if you think I'm lying, I don't know how long you've been in this community, but all you got to do, because I could easily, let me say it like this, man, right here in this, man, and right here in this phone, man, I got so much people exposed. I'm telling you right now, I'm giving y'all 24 hours. You boxing channels, I already saw a bunch of videos, and some of them have erased their videos because they heard what I said earlier. There's a lot of boxing channels right now, and I ain't gonna mention the names because I want more unity than division in this community. We have enough divisions, and I believe that this community is the savior of boxing right now. Because if it wasn't for the YTBC, if it wasn't for this community, if it wasn't for the boxing content creators, ain't nobody talking about no goddamn boxing. ESPN ain't talking about it, they out. Fox ain't talking about it. All the mass media ain't talking about the sport of boxing, only us. If you want to know about boxing, you come to YouTube. If you want to know about your fighters, you come to YouTube. If you want to know the next fight, you come to YouTube. The reason why in boxing, the media is the independent media YouTubers. Go check it out. You ever done you ever had media credentials? These motherfuckers, the mass media don't give a damn about boxing no more. We are the niche. This is the niche of all niche sport. Ladies and gentlemen, golf. WNBA got better ratings than boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, the G League got more ratings than boxing. Is the reason why in America, the networks have left the sport of boxing. Not even Errol Spence versus Terence, but Crawford could have saved Showtime. Nobody could have saved ESPN for telling Top Rank. We ain't going to renew the contract. Get the fuck out of here, man. We're going to do, we got male volleyball. ESPN just got a contract with WWE. WWE is taken more serious as a sport than boxing. So I want more unity than division because we're the voices of boxing. We're the new Burt Sugar. You remember when the sport of boxing, they used to think that YouTubers was the YouTuber. Oh, you guys are not professional. You guys are clowns. You guys are this. And that's the reason why I support showbiz. And that's the reason why I also say stop with your fake hate, with your enviness and jealousy of showbiz the adult. Because one thing not one thing, but there's a lot of things I respect about him. But the most important thing that I respect about showbiz, and I want you to listen very, very clear, and this is serious, because I always say that boxing translates to life itself. This is the reason why we should celebrate, give show business flowers, and it's important in this community. And let me tell you like this: we're living in a world right now, and you know, everybody in the chat, you know, we're living in a world right now, in a toxic world. We living in a viral generated world. Say the craziest shit, go viral. Get your content up, get your subscribers up, and get your views up. We living in a world where the women in the entertainment business need to take their clothes off. It's not like back in the days, like in hip hop, that we had like MC Light, we had TLC, we had women that used to keep their clothes on. There was only one Little Kim. Now, all the female artists are Little Kim. They need to take their clothes off. You go to a reel in the IG Live, all these women take their clothes off to create. Or the guys have to say outlandish things. Any podcast, every time Joe Button goes viral, or how you say it, or even arenas go viral, is when they have to downplay somebody. Somebody has to be downplayed. Somebody has to be toxic. They used to but the business model in America, especially in America in the West, is that toxic sells. Drama sells. That's the business model. Divide and conquer has been the business model, not only in sports, only in the political field, the government field. Divide and conquer is America's #1 business model and money maker. You think they want us to unite? No. That's why everything is divided, from race to everything. That's why that's why I used to say that we're one race, the human race. We ain't no black and white. Esa mierda was made up. There ain't no such thing as black and white. Y eso. Ain't no such thing as black and white. Hey, yo, I'm black. Hey, yo, I'm this white. Ain't no such thing as black and white, man. I go outside of the country, man. The only place that they talk about so much division and this black and white is in America is made up, my brothers. But some people already identify with nah, motherfucker, what you talking about, black man? You got it. You in an identity crisis. You trying to say punch that you ain't black. You know so color. I'm not a crayon, motherfucker. I'm not a crayon, bro. I'm all about culture. I'm all about culture. And the culture that I'm talking about that Showbiz brings to the table is in the forefront and the spearhead is that Showbiz built his channel on being positive, on being unbiased, on being fair, on being funny, on being having a personality, having a great delivery, having great consistency. And guess what? Showbiz is winning with that business model. And that is going to create other people. He's succeeding like this. Man, I got to be more positive because positive is success. It wins. Damn, he show a lot of love. It's about love. Then love is a good selling pitch. Unity is a great selling pitch. Integrity is not out of style. It's a good selling pitch. And that's what Showbiz brings to the table at the highest level in our community. See, before it used to be that damn, the people that has the traffic are the guys that create the division, the race baiters. Oh, you have to downplay somebody to upgrade somebody. And that's why Showbiz is important. Because let's say if Showbiz was toxic and he was winning, and he was the #1 boxing content creator, and it was toxic, then guess what? The people that come before him is going to be that and double. But guess what? He's not. So now people look at, damn, yo, he's winning, man. Proud of you, brother, man. Damn, let's see what I could do and to do this and find that and that balance. That's why he's important. And there's certain boxing channel content creators that are haters. You're jealous and envious of Showbiz because you wish you have the ear, the consistency, the workhorse, the respect. You wish you were certified like him. So by being jealous of him, you want to bring him down. You guys want to create a narrative that you guys, why are you saying this about the snackers? Oh my God, it's because you hate Devin Haney or you hate Terence. No, it's about Victor. It's about his past. Because Mikey Garcia, everybody was going at Mikey. Everybody raised their eyebrows leading up to the Errol Spence fight. And why I'm comparing the Mikey Garcia situation to the Terence Crawford situation. Dímelo, Mora. Because Mikey Garcia was bulking up. And then the question was, wow, Mikey Garcia has bulked up. This picture was Errol Spence that put it up 2 weeks before the fight. The same people that is trying to say, stop saying this about Bud. Stop saying, you all the motherfuckers that was creating the narrative and pushing that Mikey Garcia was dirty. And I got the facts right here. So if I were you, boxing content creators, and you know who you are, you should even crack a live in the video and say, you know what, man, I was flip-flopping my ass. You're trying to create a division that this is about, that people are dissing black fighters and then calling other black people that identify with the race and calling them a coon. Oh, Showbiz ain't black no more because he's saying this about Bud Crawford. Shut the fuck up. You were saying it about Mikey Garcia. And guess what? It was rightfully so. Because we all question anybody that's affiliated with Victor Conte. We all questioned it. Mikey Garcia getting big. Mikey Garcia, a long time, had to go to the Boxing Voice and they had to question him. He had an interview. He had a bunch of interviews. Even in Boxing Conversation, had an interview. Mikey Garcia, let me tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. Just do this when you get the chance. And you're going to see I'm going to tell you like this. When y'all do y'all research, I ain't trying to expose people. I ain't going to mention the names. They know who they are. Just go like this. I'm going to show y'all so y'all can do y'all homework because I'm all for the community. I'm just tired of these fake people trying to create this narrative. I'm gonna put it like this. Hold on. Mikey Garcia. SNAC. Okay? Look, Mikey Garcia SNAC. Okay? You're going to see a bunch of videos of Mikey Garcia that he answers the question of SNAC. Or treating you with SNAC gives the answers. Punching after SNAC. With Mike working at SNAC with Mikey Garcia, Mike Bassel. Robert Garcia reflects on facts train, SNAC. Y'all think that Bud is getting it? No, my friend. Mikey Garcia, it was triple times people was questioning Mikey. This ain't new. Like I said yesterday or the other time I was live, I said, there ain't nothing new under the sun. And if you keep strolling, you're going to see your favorite content creator that's trying to downplay people that's trying to question Terence Bud Crawford. And you're going to hear them say certain things. You're going to hear them say, I understand that people, if Mikey Garcia beats Errol Spence, he's not going to get his just due. Because the affiliations with Victor Conte. Hey, yo. Punch. I mean, guys, you're going to see that how was Mikey Garcia bulking up like this? He never looked like this. Nah, you exaggerating. No, my brother, no, stop the fake. I've been in this community, my brother, so long, bro. He said, nah, you exaggerating, Punch. Crawford. No, the thing is that years pass and you're forgetting about the time. Do your fucking research. Eso es lo que me quilla de la gente aquí, that they want to come over here and say no, but no, this was facts, bro. This was facts. It's right there. Do your fucking research, you idiot. Exaggeration, nothing. Every boxing content creator timed in on Mikey, bro. Everybody. Fuck are you talking about? Everybody, bro. Everybody. Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia was a high-profile fight. Exaggeration, nothing. Mikey Garcia was getting questioned. And put it this way, it was more. It was way more because actually Robert Garcia had to answer the questions. Mikey Garcia had to do interviews. Terence Bud Crawford today has not answered the question about SNAC. Has not answered the question about affiliating himself with Victor Conte. Nobody has asked Terence Bud Crawford. Nobody has asked Terence Bud Crawford. How many interviews you got Terence Bud Crawford answering questions about SNAC and Victor Conte? Let me know. How many questions and interviews have you seen Terence Bud Crawford do that he needs to answer about SNAC, Victor Conte, and all that stuff? How many interviews he needed? Show me. Put it in the link. Put it in the comment section. Send the link. I'm giving you the proof right here, bro. It's in your fucking phone. This is a smartphone. Use your smartphone and go Mikey Garcia SNAC, and you're going to see A lot of videos. SNAC, go say your favorite content creator and put your favorite content creator's name, Mikey Garcia, SNAC. Hold on. This is probably the reason why Robert Garcia. Gracias, gracias, Randy, con la ofrenda, dímelo, para la ofrenda, con los 20 pesos. Good looking out, Randy, la música de Randy, la música de Randy, la música de Randy, thank you for the super chatty party game. Passion of boxing, thank you for always keeping it 100 and appreciate you, my brother. Con los 20 pesos. DJ Camelo Alicization, págame la música, Yankee thing. Good looking out, man. Appreciate you, Randy. He said, Snow, Bert in the building. Your mods keep deleting the questions. What questions? I don't know. I don't see it. SNAC lo tengo. All I'm saying is this is not new under the sun. It's not new under the sun. It's not new under the sun, bro. I was actually laughing last night. I seen a whole bunch of videos of YouTubers going at Mikey. And now they flip it around. Why are they going after Mikey? I mean, Victor Conte is a stand-up guy. I mean, give him a second chance. These are the same motherfuckers. The same motherfuckers that's bitching about channels like myself and Showbiz and others that we questioning and being suspicious. I don't think that Bud is on. I don't think that none of these guys are on PEDs. I'm just irritated that you guys getting mad because we're questioning it when everybody question about other SNAC fighters. That's the funny part. Certain boxing channels that timed in on Mikey and was actually questioning Mikey and his affiliation with Victor Conte are the same ones that's getting mad at other channels questioning Terence Crawford and then trying to flip it around and say y'all only doing that because he's black. Also, you were doing it to Mikey Garcia because he's Latino? What it was? Some of these boxing content creators didn't say that Mikey Garcia was on PEDs. They were actually just questioning it. And why would you? Why? Like, why, Mikey? You're a 4th division world champion. You are a great fighter. You know, if you beat Errol Spence, the same shit I'm saying about Terence Crawford is the same thing. And let me say it like this. Back then, we probably was misinformed about VADA. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted every fighter, me, Punch Wrong Boxing, wanted every fighter to be in VADA. Because at first, the education about VADA that these guys was going to give random tests 24/7, 365. I was a Nonito fan too. I appreciate Nonito. I appreciate what Flo Mayweather wanted to do. I appreciate the fighter that wanted to clean up the sport. But it was still suspect that the spearhead of cleaning the sport was Victor Conte. The question about Victor Conte is that he says certain things that we will forever have questions. Maybe Victor Conte should have never said what he said. Maybe he was too transparent for his own good. When he said that he could circumvent any test, when we know that he could circumvent any test, his affiliation with VADA, his advisory of protocols, him putting out VADA's information, VADA testing results on the fighter that he works with. He's in the emails. And his past drugs, the cream, was also undetected. That's why he's always in question. That's why he said himself, is it fair to be suspicious of me? He says, absolutely. Victor Conte understands. He's not mad like a lot of y'all. It may irritate him because maybe it may irritate anybody. I'm going to give you one example. There's fellas out here, or even women, but let's talk. There's more fellas out here. So I think that Rapstar Boxing Knowledge said, punch exposing hypocrite channels. Go do your homework. Work, they fake. Exactly. Let me exposing all the names. Let me expose all the names. Expose it. Expose it. That's like you committed adultery with your wife. You cheated on your girl, and your girl finds out, and you have your little breakup, right? But you want your second chance. You want to stay in the relationship. You want to stay married. You don't want to get a divorce. You don't want to leave the house. You still want to stay in the house with your family. You want to work things out. You show her each and every day. Here's la clave del phone. Here's my passcode. Here's my passcode to all the social media thing. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm not going out. I'm flirting and committed adultery. And you know what I'm saying? Trust me. This guy is doing everything for his woman to trust him. But certain days, her woman throws some shots. That woman never going to give you that 100% trust that she gave you before. When you get into an argument, she brings it up. Oh yeah, but you did this with this chick. Oh yeah, but you were talking with this chick. Oh, I don't trust you. And then that shit irks you. Because maybe inside you're like, yo, I'm keeping it real, bro. I love my girl. I love my wife. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not cheating. I'm not flirting, bro. I'm all committed 100% to clean up my act. I'm committed to my family. I'm committed to my relationship. I'm committed to being one. But your girl's already, because of her past, or it's suspicious. Every time you look at your phone, she's suspicious. Every time that you go out, she's suspicious. Did she want to trust you? She want to trust you. But the past is just too much. If you usually come home when you go out at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, but you show up at 6 o'clock in the morning, what you think your girl's going to be thinking? Oh man, you probably went to a telly, blah, 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 blah. So I could understand Victor Conte being frustrated with channels that probably he's doing the right thing. He cleaning up his act. He's doing everything to clean up his act and be good and be great for the sport that he tried to damage. But the damage has been so much. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna go personal with it. So y'all can understand. My parents got divorced, right? My parents got divorced when I was broke up when I was a teen. They later divorced, right? Which would impact their child as well, right? And my pops did his dirt early on. Wasn't a wonderful husband, committed adultery, was getting locked up, was in the streets. My pops is an OG, in and out of jail, all that. Putting my mom through hell. My mom lost friends. My mom was committed. They've been together. Since they was in high school. They got married in high school, right? My pops did so much dirt that when my pops became he became a born again Christian when he came out of jail. He used to take us to church. As a matter of fact, it was my father was taking us to church. Not even my mom in the beginning. My pops did a whole turnaround. Matter of fact, everybody saw the turnaround of my pops. But as much that my pops was being good, my pops would go outside. My mom became real jealous. She had a problem with him going outside. She had a problem with him getting a phone call. She had a problem when he had a beeper. She had a problem. You know what? Because all the damage he did. Right? So by the time any good that he does, it just doesn't satisfy. And I think with these examples, I know y'all understand what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you did mistakes that could never be fully forgiven. And if they're forgiven, they're still going to have questions and speculations. Why? Because you broke that person's heart, or you cheated on them. You cheated on your family. You cheated on her. You cheated on your union. And it's hard to get that ultimate respect back. That's Victor Conte in boxing. That's Victor Conte in boxing. The credible fighters, stand-up men, family men. Demetrius Andre is a family man. Caleb Plant, stand-up guy, family man. Terence Crawford, stand-up guy, family man. I know he had his little hiccup, you know what I'm saying, he had the last baby or whatever, but for the most part, he's a great father. We know his story. Nonito Donaire, stand-up guy. Sean Porter, stand-up guy. These are good guys. These are good guys. Andre Ward, stand-up guy. These are great men. Family-orientated men. Why would you affiliate yourself with that so people have questions? And people are suspicious of? Mikey Garcia, great family man. So I want to say also, if I have over-exaggerated, I think it's unfair. Maybe it's unfair for all these guys to be questioned like this. I'm not going to say it's unfair. I'm going to say it's unfortunate. I don't want this also to be the push, the promo leading up to the fight. I don't want Bud Crawford potential victory to be shadowed, fogged up with the affiliation of SNAC. And that's the reason why I said, damn, why not drop? Why not disassociate yourself? Jesus is king. Good looking out, Brown with the $5 super chat. Yes, Jesus is king. Jesus is the best. Jesus Christ is the best. The best the relationship you can have. That is wealth. That is wealth. Having a personal relationship with Christ. I will answer that, Texas. Easy. Say punch. Let me ask you this, brother. If Bud beats Canelo, would you insinuate that he's on PEDs? Keep it a beam, fam. To be honest, and I said this since the beginning of this fight, I don't want to, but I'll be lying to you if I say that wouldn't be on my mind. That will be on my mind. That's the unfortunate part. He said, unfair to post Mikey's picture while your conversation is about PEDs. No, you did. Flip mode, that you just came into the live. Why I have Mikey Garcia's picture there is because many in this boxing community was going at Mikey Garcia leading up to the Errol Spence fight, because he was moving 2 division up after, well, he was a 140, he went to 135 and moving up 2 division up to face Errol Spence, a bigger guy. And they was questioning Mikey Garcia, why are you, and this is the picture that Errol Spence put 2 weeks before the fight. And he said that I wish that I could bulk up like this, paraphrasing. Errol Spence was saying that he wished that he could bulk up like this quickly. People were suspected about Mikey Garcia because his affiliation with SNAC. So I am putting this picture up, flip mode, for those who is trying to say that I'm effed up or other people are effed up because we're questioning Bud Crawford. Motherfucker, we was questioning Mikey Garcia. This ain't new under the sun. And let me tell you like this, Mikey Garcia had it way worse than Bud Crawford right now. The speculation, the accusation was way worse. Was way worse. Why? Because at least Mikey Garcia visibly was answering these questions. There we go. Look. Let me give you an example. Hold on. Diablo, se apagó la luz. Hold on. Watch. Hold on. Let me see if I go to one interview, right? Let's go to one interview. Watch this.
This is the first time Mikey goes up there to do workouts with him. Because Mikey needs to do those kind of workouts. Yes, not previous fights, Mikey hardly ever does sit-ups.
I remember you and him saying that.
For this fight, he needs to build some muscle. He needs to gain that weight.
Robert Garcia was being questioned. Why would you tamper with with Mikey's legacy to work with Victor Conte?
A guy, and I'm going to introduce 4-time champion Mikey Garcia on the line. Mikey, thank you so much for taking the time out from your busy schedule, from training for this Errol Spence fight, to come on the Boxing Voice and truly give us an opportunity just to talk to you and you know, get inside the life of a elite level training camp.
Hello, guys. Mikey here. Well, thanks for having me. You're right. We are in the middle of training. We are in intense training over here in San Carlos at SNAC. So we're excited for the fight. I know there's a lot of questions and people spreading rumors and just, you know, people want to clear some things up. So I'm here to discuss anything you guys have in mind.
Well, I mean, I got two other co-hosts, Michael Gross and Ron Goodall. Before we get to them, we'll just throw, you know, the biggest thing out there is Errol Spence taking to his social media and saying, wow, I want to get as kangaroo jacked on steroids as Mikey Garcia in 2 weeks. We have the audio and we can play it for you just so there's nothing lost in translation between me and him. Give me 1 second. Here we go.
Next 2 weeks, that nigga, I think got swole. That boy look like kangaroo jack on steroids. You know,
So he said you done got swole. So, I mean, that's the speculation running around. It's coming from Earl. So I guess address Errol Spence.
Listen, I'll correct you. It was only 1 week of progress. Only 1 week of work, not 2 weeks. Listen, look. Me and my team with my brother Robert, my dad, and Pita, and you know, we looked at.
I'm not gonna play the whole thing. This is just one of many. This is just one of many interviews that Mikey Garcia had to clean up and had to answer his affiliation with Victor Conte. You telling me that there was no suspicions of him? Yes, there was, bro. There was. And that's all we're saying. So y'all channels right now, I'm not gonna call y'all names. I don't want this to be a division. I don't want this to be, stop with the damn narratives, bro. Stop. Y'all doing it for all the wrong reasons. You're not doing it to truly want to debunk showbiz the adult. You just mad that you guys don't have the ear. You don't have the impact like showbiz. So you guys want to that's trying hard to discredit something that you guys also questioned. Hold on. You guys are trying to get mad. I want to pretend like y'all mad for something that we all questioned. We questioned in the beginning when somebody they want to enroll into VADA. Then when we found out how much that Victor Conte was in VADA, then we started questioning VADA. We started questioning. We always question SNAC. We always did. All of us collectively always did. Always did. Now you just getting mad. And let me tell you like this. There was a community of Errol Spence fans that was echoing the same thing. Let me mention. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if we have more. Let's see if we have more. Okay. Let's see if we have more. I'm gonna let y'all do your research because I'm gonna let y'all do your research because I mean, look, if push comes to shove and y'all want to question me, because I already got tabs on I already more than a dozen boxing content creators I already caught flip-flopping. Yeah, I pulled y'all videos up. Yeah, I heard what y'all said 6 years ago. So don't play dumb with me. I'm Punch Drunk Boxing. You already know. When Punch Drunk Boxing goes in, I go in. Pause. Oh, yeah, I'm the exposed king. I'm the receipt king. So I suggest y'all do what some others have done. Put that video on private right quick. Don't let yourself be caught. Put that video on private 6 years ago while y'all going after Mikey Garcia, acting like y'all don't understand the questioning and the suspicions of Bud Crawford. I got more than 12 boxing content creators. I got two videos that I could show everybody about them flip-flopping 6 years ago and from there, from Mikey to Terence Bud Crawford. Over 12. So if I was y'all, man, chill out, calm down, stop the fake, stop faking the funk, stop trying to go after other boxing content creators for the same shit y'all believe. And the reason why some of these boxing content creators don't want to keep it real is because the reason why they act like they don't want to question Bud and affiliation with SNAC, and the reason why they don't want to question Bud and questioning him, you know, when they're trying to make this, he's trying to fog this up into some race, or because he's black, or it's because of Canelo. It's not even about Canelo. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Most of these high traffic channels, let me tell you like this, folks, they created a relationship, a working relationship or whatever with Bill Haney and Devin Haney. The reason why they don't want to question Terence Bud Crawford the way they was questioning Mikey Garcia is because by questioning Terence Bud Crawford, eventually they will throw Devin Haney under the bus. So they can't question Bud Crawford and SNAC. They can't say nothing about SNAC anymore. Because then it's going to go back. Also, what about Devin Haney? That's the reason. Jackie Hernandez, the reason they don't want to question, want to act like they don't want to question, but behind the scene they do question. The reason they don't want to question Terence Bud Crawford is because by questioning Terence Bud Crawford, the Devin Haney channels will be suspicious, and they will be like, "Oh shit, I can't be suspicious and question Terence Bud Crawford because by doing that, then I will have to question Devin Haney and put those allegations on." So why you guys are saying this about Terence Bud Crawford? Bill, they crazy. You know what I'm saying? Why these guys are saying this about Terence Bud Crawford, man? I think this race. It's race affiliate. It's race generators. It's stop it. Like I said before, we all in our well 30s, 40s. Some of these guys are 50 years old and plus. The reason why you don't want to question Terence Bud Crawford is because that will be throwing Devin Haney in the bus, and then you will have to question Devin Haney. That's the reason. That's the reason of the flip-flopping. And I'm just saying, folks, guys, my brothers. Don't keep your integrity, bro. Fighters come and go. Devin Haney, Bill Haney's not going to be here forever, man. You're still going to be a boxing content creator. You're still going to be talking boxing. You don't have to swallow your integrity, bro, to keep relationships. You understand? And that's the problem in this community. These guys want to swallow their integrity to keep relationships. But let me tell you like this, bro. Guys like Bill got a tough skin. Bill could go to a channel and that praises his son. He could go to a channel that be smoking his son. Bill is not going to throw you under the bus, bro. Bill's not going to be like, I'm not going to be your friend, bro. That's what these grown men are scared. You grown men are scared that you think that Bill is going to be mad at you. It's okay. I don't believe that Devin Haney is on PEDs, and I don't believe that Terence Crawford is on PEDs, and I don't think that Mikey Garcia was on PEDs, and I don't think that one of my favorite fighter, Andre Ward, was on PEDs, and I don't think that my brother Demetrius Andre is on PEDs, and I don't think that Bam Rodriguez, one of my favorite fighters, is on PED. I don't think that none of these guys is on PEDs, but it's fair to be suspicious and question, and it's unfortunate because we love these fighters. We love their potential greatness and they're already greatness. Andre Ward is in the Hall of Fame. Done great things in the sport of boxing. Sean Porter's a great dude. Mikey Garcia, 4-division world champion. Terence Crawford, one of the greatest that ever laced them up. We just don't want their victory to be tampered with. We want their victories to keep their integrity, to keep its integrity. So when fans be like, damn, yo, disassociate yourself from Victor, it's not really about hating Victor. It's just really that we don't want their legacy to be diminished or fogged up with allegations. That's all. You know why? Because we respect Bud Crawford. Sometimes our frustrations come from, sometimes, or most of the time, our frustrations comes from the respect that we have for their fighters, for the fighters. There's a lot of people that respect Devin Haney. Devin Haney is one of the most accomplished young fighters of this generation. 2-division world champion, under the youngest recognized lightweight undisputed, right? And still daring to be great and about to face Brian Norman Jr. Bud Crawford, daring to be great, gonna fight Canelo Alvarez. We just don't want their potential victory to be tarnished. And why? Bud doesn't deserve that. Bud doesn't deserve that. Bud doesn't deserve for his legacy to be questioned like this. You think it was fair for Mikey Garcia? It wasn't fair for Mikey Garcia. And not fair, it was unfortunate. It's unfortunate that we are questioning, damn, Terence Crawford. Man, yo, he's bulking up. Oh, my God. Oh, yo, Terence Crawford looking like Hercules. What the hell? 168, full of muscles. My man is the Iron Man, bro. He's a new Black Panther, bro. Damn, man. Wow, yo. Man, he was just 147 the other day. Damn, man. And then people dial into his performances. Damn, he was way bigger than Errol Spence. Damn. Man, Errol Spence caught him with a wild left hook. And Terence Crawford just went to the ropes and knocked him out with a jab. What the fuck is happening? And then our mind goes, yo, how did Bud look bigger than Errol Spence all these years? Even in their face-off, in the first face-off, we see how significant Errol Spence is bigger. How Bud Crawford looking? How did Errol Spence, and I wasn't an Errol Spence fan like that because, like I said before, I was a Keith Thurman fan. So I walked into this community always debating Errol Spence fans because I'm a Keith Thurman guy, right? So I wasn't the guy rooting. I'm the one that actually predict that Bud Crawford and Keith Thurman are the guys that's going to beat Errol Spence. I always predicted that. I never thought that Errol Spence could beat Bud Crawford or Keith Thurman. So my prediction was that Bud Crawford was going to beat Errol Spence. And even after the fight, it was like, I told you you're going to beat him up. But then when I'm doing my film study, I gotta be, I'm being honest. And anybody that knows me in this community knows I'm not an Errol Spence guy, but I have tremendous respect for Errol Spence. I was just it was always a Keith Thurman fan going in with, it's almost like Yankees and Boston. And that's how I came in this community. It's boxing content creators debating other Errol Spence fans, right? But when I'm doing my film study, because that's what I do, I always do film study. What's good, Low Nose Boxing? I'm like, one thing about Errol Spence, that he's a dog, bro. He's a dog. And Bud Crawford is a dog too, but Errol Spence is highly durable. We've seen his durability versus Emmanuel Lardy. We've seen his durability versus Kell Brook, Sean Porter. Came at back. We've seen his durability. Hey, yo, put it this way. That car accident that he had would have killed anybody. He had durability in his car accident as well. Durability, even with Ugas. After his car accident, he beat Danny Garcia better than anybody who ever beat Danny Garcia prior to the Lara fight. How the F did Bud Crawford beat him like that? It's not that Bud Crawford won, it's how. Now, of course, there's people that hate Errol Spence because they hate PBC and they was just enjoying the victory. Cool. But we got a boxing eye. Y no te ponga, mi gente. No te ponga. We have a boxing eye. And we're like, how this guy beat him like that? Easier that he beat David Avanesian. Easier that he beat the Mean Machine. Easier than even Jose Benavidez. How? Because we know that Errol Spence is a dog. Bud Crawford looked 15 pounds bigger than even Errol Spence. Como así? The suspicious come about because of the affiliation. If it wasn't for the affiliation, not one cell, not even one cell, people will even question Terence Bud Crawford. The only reason we question Terence Bud Crawford because of Victor Conte. The only reason why Devin Haney didn't get the benefit of the doubt, even knowing that Ryan Garcia was the one that popped dirty, is because of Victor Conte. And I told the whole world, I told y'all time and time again, I've been telling y'all for a year and change, that the reason I said the first time when he popped dirty, I even told Bill Haney himself, I did videos about it to Devin Haney, and I know they listen to everything. I said Devin Haney would not get the benefit of the doubt because of Victor Conte. Bill, why you with Victor Conte, bro? What is it? I had conversation with Bill Haney as well. It's not about Victor Conte. And again, keep your prayers up, Victor Conte. Hope that you make it and beat cancer, my brother, because you got family. And you know what? I want to give you the benefit of the doubt that you would change, man. And I know people that know you and they say that you're a great dude, bro. Outside of this boxing stuff. I know that. I've heard great things about you as a man. I've heard great things, trust me. But it's just the past, man. The Bud hate is real. It's not that. No, there is no Bud hate, bro. It's not the Bud. It's not that, bro. People need to stop with that. It's not a hate towards Bud. It's hate towards his affiliations with somebody like Victor Conte. Is that we respect Bud so much that we don't want his legacy to be tampered with. What do people don't understand, bro? What do people don't understand? We are 1 hour where it's like, how many times people need to explain this? It is not the hate for Bud. It's the respect for Bud that we don't want his legacy to be fogged up and tampered in the allegation because his affiliation with somebody that was the dirtiest sport personnel in the history of all sports, bro. Why are y'all playing dumb? And my apologies if I'm going in like this. Que yo estoy harto de la gente aquí que no entiende. Victor Conte is the dirtiest motherfucker in the history of American sports. That's the reason why people are questioning the affiliations, motherfucker. No entiende usted. Mamá huevo, coño. And the fighters that we respect, we want the integrity of their legacy to be respected. What the fuck you guys don't understand? Are you fucking retarded? Coño, mi gente. Me quillan. Because how people could be so stupid, bro. Coño, man. Y explicando. Saying the same thing over and over. You hate bad. No, you guys are. Shut the fuck up, bro. You guys will give fucking people like that the benefit of the doubt. He don't get the benefit of the doubt in our sport. He don't get the benefit of the doubt in our sport. He don't. He will never get it. Don't you fucking understand? He will never get it. Never. Even the best baseball player that ever walked in the face of this earth is not in the Hall of Fame. ¿Por qué? Why? Where's his second chance? Put Barry Bonds into the Hall of Fame. Guess what? He's not. Why? Oh, but he comes to the most difficult, most dangerous sport. Oh, no, you're hating on them. You breeze fucking one cell of a fucking brain, bro. Excúsame, Dios. Excúsame, Dios. Esta gente me están quillando aquí. Me están quillando, Dios, papá Dios. High blood pressure, calm down, high blood pressure, calm down. Facts, he shouldn't have. Right? Why not? He said, high blood pressure. Why is not all hands on deck? Why is not all hands on deck saying, you know what? Yo, he just can't be in our sport. Go write a book. You just can't be in our sport. It's sad, bro. It is sad. And you guys know it and I know it. That if Buck Crawford goes out there and gets, I'm going to tell you like this. Let me tell you the magnitude of this victory. That this victory, if Terence Bud Crawford beats Canelo Alvarez, the 4th Division World Champion, Super Middleweight Undisputed, a.k.a. King Nelo, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cashlo, a.k.a. Baby, a.k.a. get the F out of here, man. Move into 168-pound division. If Terence Bud Crawford beats Canelo Alvarez, that would be one of the greatest victories, top 10 in the history of 100+ years sport of boxeo. And guess what? If you beat him, we're going to hear about fucking Victor Conte and SNAC and PEDs. It's stupidos. Reason why I don't want him affiliated right now. That even though that I think that Canelo Alvarez is going to beat the SNAC out of Bud Crawford, I still don't want his potential victory to be slandered, to be questioned, to be suspicious of PEDs, because if he does, every 50% of the people gonna say, mira, if Canelo Alvarez drop on one knee, if Canelo Alvarez gets staggered, if he does the stanky legs, if he start dancing bachata, merengue, salsa in the ring, they're gonna be like, Bud Crawford is in hands. That's it. Y dime que no, estoy hablando mentira. I'm lying. Sorry, Papa Dios. Am I lying? Viene otro. Canelo actually failed test. Yes, sí, hablamos de eso también. He said, mira, otro estúpido. Otro estúpido que está aquí. Joseph, maldito estúpido. Joseph, estúpido usted. But Crawford is going to pass any test, you stupid idiot. You know why? Because Victor Conte said that he could circumvent any test. Maldito palomo. So the test result is irrelevant. You idiot. High blood pressure, Papa Dios. Like these things, yo, these things are public records, mi gente. Public records. It's public records. The man said he could pass any test. Mama huevo. But Crawford never failed the test. Canelo did. Porque Eddie Reynoso no sabe pasar el examen. Ese tigre sabe. He knows how to pass the test. Eddie Reynoso don't. How you like that? Stupid. Cuervo in the building was good, man. Pero mi gente, look at y'all. All right? Tomorrow we back at it, bro. Tomorrow we back at it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going live, and I'm gonna open up the panels. Patamaki, y'all. I'm gonna take my medication. Medication, Papa Dios. Sorry. High blood pressure need to come down. Love y'all, man. Tomorrow we back at the same time, ladies and gentlemen. Love y'all. God bless, and on to the next.